So I feel somewhat refreshed after the weekend break. Just had a bit of family time, DVD time and stuff like that, and just a general break away from this cold. Still got an annoying cough, which, you know, hopefully is stopped for now. Still the sniffles and usual shite. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to paint, sketch a rough idea, and then I'm going to try and ink something Walking Dead related again, because it's the final of Walking Dead tonight. For us anyway in the UK, it was already on yesterday for anyone else in America and things like that. So I've tried to avoid spoilers and stuff like that on Facebook, and yeah. So I'm gonna use some Sepia drawing ink just to sketch with a paintbrush, and then we can, you know, add more stuff as we go along. Try and whack this out a bit. It's just going to be like the head and shoulders, but like stretched hopefully into this, you know, piece of paper. I want it to be quite watery actually, but not too watery where it's gonna, I have to remember, I always forget, just use the bit of paper at the back, otherwise I'll get them annoying marks from the drawing table that I've painted everywhere, so I don't want them to show through. So I'm just painting a rough head shape, trying to keep it real loose. I want to try and paint in the eyes and things, and you know, the rough shapes there. Maybe we'll fill all this in actually. There's going to be no white marks. And then some shoulders in there. We get some darker brown colours in there, and then thin them out a bit more with water. I want this to be like another experiment really, you know, when I'm trying to add in the initial paint sketch first, and then go over with some inks when this is dried, and try and fill everything in as best I can. Got the rough eyes there. We'll give him like a skull nose, and rough guidelines for the teeth, maybe an ear there on the side. Just a bit more light colour on the side here. Maybe, yeah, let's say that's nearly it. It's just some darker browns. Try and add some detailing over the top. So where the eyes are anyway. Roughly paint sketch that ear in there. Is there going to be hair? I think there will be some hair. More darker, like brown. It's like light brown. This, it's really good for undertones and things like that. So it's best just to give him some kind of hair 'Cause I usually do like bald zombies, which look good, but it's nice to give them some hair here and there, and just a bit of shadowing on the mouth there, and the usual drips and other stuff which can suggest like blood and other stuff. I'm working quite quickly, but I really like working quick, to be honest. It's, you can get the energy in there of the drawing and things like that. And with some bottom chin there, under there somewhere. Try and thin a bit of this out. And I think that'll do for the initial under painting. I'll just take these drips out. I don't need them. I don't need them. And I'll just let that dry. We can come back to it. So I'm just using a ink pen now, just to try and add some focus, like ink lines, to try and clear quite a bit of the design up, really. And I can loosely go around where I've painted, and try and add more guard lines, which will add sort of like lines which can form the basis of other stuff on the drawing, other details and other colours that I could add, things like that. So you can see them faint lines there. It's just adding more detail to the zombie drawing. There's going to be lots of details. Sketch these teeth in. And there's some teeth on the bottom here. And the rest is all just, well, blood and flesh and other stuff. So I'm hoping that the final of this series of Walking Dead, it's going to be worth waiting for, because previous ones in the past haven't been. I'll say the last series it was, but even though you had to wait for that cliffhanger sort of thing. But yeah, so that's why I thought I'd just do this drawing of like a zombie, Walking Dead zombie. So I'm looking forward to seeing the final of this series, Walking Dead. See what happens, or what doesn't happen. I don't know. So lots of detail, lots of lines to clear up things and just add over the top. I'm going to try and draw these eyeballs in there, get them roughly the same size and that, and then like the eyes are really sunken into the head. That's what I'm trying to go for, but I can add more colour over the top. just highlight where I want a lot of the darker colours, which will be in the nose, the mouth and under the eyes, the frown lines. Right, I can come back. I want to add some red drawing ink to the obvious blood areas, and then we'll take it from there, see how it goes. So the usual catchphrase, see how it goes. So like I said, I've got this ruby red drawing ink colour, which is really good. It's a good blood colour. I'm trying to avoid them two teeth there. There's no teeth at this side, it's all like rotten flesh and others, you know, blood and things. So I'm going to try and add more as I go along. Try and fill in some areas and leave some areas the brown colour, because it's a good colour to go over the top, maybe with other coloured pencils or something. So maybe he's got like a chewed up ear. There's maybe a bit of damage on that side of the head. I haven't gone over the hair with ink pens. I thought I'd leave that for now. Try and get some blood splatters on the clothing a bit. Just a random bit of damage, like a scratch on there. Lots of blood on that side. Even though I haven't inked anything that side, but just thought I'd add it. A heavy bit of drawing ink on there just to show more damage to the zombie. Lots of blood, as always. And I'll just let that dry, and I can come back to it. Start adding more details in with some more ink pens. Maybe focus on the eyes and other areas, and possibly add more colour, but I'll just wait till these blood bits dry first. So I'm just testing out the Copics, whether they go over these drawing inks. Sort of. Not as good as I'd liked, but I think the next test would be over the drawing inks with coloured pencil. But they are acrylic drawing inks, so yeah, I think over the lighter areas, yeah, I'm right there. The lighter areas, it's more darker. I think it's over the heavy areas where it doesn't really cover as much, but yeah, still add some tone here and there. So this is like a warm grey 5. Don't really want to add too much over the top, I think. Let's try and do some like shadowy areas. Try and darken the tone a bit, just a little bit more. some darker bits just in there, here and there. Beginning to rub a bit of the ink pen away underneath, so I'll try not to use that as much. I could just bring some of that back, just go over the areas where it's faded a bit. Just here and there. It's always good to experiment, but if stuff like that happens, just maybe stop using it for a bit. I think I'm going to try some coloured pencils and see if I can go over, you know, this that way. If not, then it's been fun. Yeah, so I've just tested a pink over this area and it seems to be going okay, but not as good as I'd hoped. So I think it was a good concept while it lasted. See if I can try and just work on it a bit more. Just adding some nice pink tones there. Just over the top. Let me try some grey. Some like dark sepia colour over the top. Yeah, I think it's going okay actually. I think I was a bit too eager to say that it isn't working. It's workable. Really, I don't want the grey, I want it to be... I like the sepia colours to be honest, so I'll try and tone some of that back. Make it the darker colour with this brown ochre. Try and blend more into it. And that bit of grey over there. Yeah, it looks like a mad zombie ginger zombie. Yeah, I think that's the title of the video actually. Right there. Mad ginger zombie drawing. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to tone that grey down because it was a bit overpowering, I think. Sort of changed the sort of colour scheme of the zombie and I didn't quite like it, so yeah. I wonder if I can use a copper tone for the browns. That goes a little bit better. Just for the darker areas. I'll do some dark. Sort of adds like a deep reddy colour to it, even though it's a brown. But I'm going to work with it. Just add little bits as I go along. And go over some of the darker areas that I put with that grey. I think this is a little bit better to use. So I'll try and just fill out some areas. teeth. So work out some more lines there. Actually, it's yeah, I think with some darker pens I can just create some nice effects. More details and things like that. Oh, dropped the drawing nearly. I think what I'm going to try and do with these daily art vlog sketches and stuff is try and, once I, you know, realise that the time's up on the vlog, I'm going to try and finish this drawing, you know, later on the night, on the same day, and maybe a bit in the morning of the next day, before I start the next vlog at least. And then hopefully I can have like finished, you know, drawings or, you know, things like that. Because I'm realising I'm not really finishing these, to be honest, these drawings. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add more to this as I go along. Still undecided about the hair. It looks like ginger, but it could be worked on a bit more, I suppose. Coloured pencils and things, whatever I can go over with, I'll try and go over. So I'm going to finish there for this vlog. Like I said, going to try and finish this before tomorrow's vlog, and then show you like what I've done on the drawing, and hopefully work things out that way. I don't know if it'll work, but it's an idea. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.